Another addition. And the starting lineup for Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Highsmith in at the 2. And for the Hawks, Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Risache in at the 3 slot. Stand two of the greatest words in all of sports, opening day.
Absolutely, Brian. Everybody's undefeated, everybody's optimistic, and everybody is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up plays.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Picked up by Okongwu. The 3. Pass to Risache. Beyond the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risache will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Now Wiggins. Here's Ware. Guarded by Okongwu. The kick out to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Young to the right side. Here's Risache. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Risache's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, great look for Risache. Close in, gets it done.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Highsmith. Wiggins outside. Inside. Here's Ware. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
What a job Wiggins has done with his passing skills. Significantly improved over the years.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Here's the break. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
It's Wiggins on the wing. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's stolen by Johnson. And a fast break now for the Hawks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, I like the activity of Daniels there.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game now. The first one falls. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Now here's Hero. He did not look good in their loss to the Cavaliers the other night. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him. Anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Over Wiggins. Daniels misses. Heat trail by 8. Now here's Adebayo. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Pass to Okongwu. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Ware.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Wiggins, left side, launches a 3. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
Outside Young. Pass to Johnson. And stolen by Adebayo. Wiggins outside. Three-pointer. And again, Miami with a triple.
This demonstrates assertiveness. You know Wiggins is feeling it when he's rising and firing like this.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I think think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's... Oh!
Wow!
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
Picked up by Okongwu. Young, the pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball four.
Pass to Daniels. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter here. Now here's Young. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Wiggins. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
And this is what Wiggins loves to do. Get out and run and punish the defense in transition.
Here's Rizachet. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. The Hawks on top, leading. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Just 3 to shoot. Wiggins from long range. That one doesn't drop. The Hawks lead by 4. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Wiggins against Young. And there's the screen from the arc. They get the rebound. Highsmith. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Rizachet. Back to Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Here's Highsmith. The rebound by Atlanta.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it just seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Daniels. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. From deep. Here's Okongwu. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Hero. And it's in there. Hero's got his first bucket in this one. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Young against Wiggins. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop. And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Has to wear. Up top, Hero, guarded by Young. And Hero with the three. Hero's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Tyler Hero.
Coming into the league, a lot of people see Zachary Risache as a 3-and-D guy. The question becomes, what more can he bring to the table as he matures as a player?
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Adebayo is screen on Young. Wiggins, no good.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Daniels misses. Here's Highsmith. Driving to the basket, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here's Daniels. Nails it from beyond the arc. Daniels has got 9.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to gold. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Moving on now. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Heat trail by 9. Setting the floor for the Heat. Duncan Robinson is out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. Here's Mann. Love grabs the miss. And for Miami, they're shooting the rock well at 46%.
Well, that's where Jaquez is most effective, when he's attacking off the dribble.
And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Burks for 3. Pass to Robinson. Outside Jaquez. Back to Robinson. Second chance shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Here's Mann. And he makes it on the layup. Mann's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Oh, that's good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The Hawks lead by 4. Pass to Capella. The kick out to Nance. Screen by Capella. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. Outside Jaquez. Love passes to Robinson. Back to Love. Fires for 3. The rebound by Mann.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
That's tipped. Here's Jovic. Still without a bucket. Driving inside. Good on the bucket. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
Here's Burks. Pass to Jovic. For 3. Connects from downtown. Jovic has got 5 now.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard, and guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions. Those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Burks. The rebound by the Hawks. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's LeVert. And the bucket is good. And now a 5-point Atlanta lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Burks for 3. The rebound by Mann.
He remains scoreless on the quarter, unable to help them narrow the gap.
Pass to Niang. Back to Mann. And here's LeVert. Shot clock at 5. Capella with it. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jovic. That one goes. Count it. Jovic has got 10 points in the quarter.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Burks for 3. On target from range. Burks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a top. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying.
Trust it. Good to great.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Young. Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Hero, the pass to Highsmith. Adebayo, a screen on Young. And the basket by Highsmith.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Young on the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Hawks lead by 1.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Atlanta foul. His second. Team first.
Here's Highsmith, guarded by Young. There's the triple. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Daniels with a drive. Fourth quarter still Young, just over a minute played. Got a piece of it. And here's Hero. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Risache. Okongwu, a screen on Hero. Young against Hero. The kick out to Young. 4 on the clock. This one for 3. The 3 ball is good from Young.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's Hero. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the inside. The kick out to Young. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Yeah, and we've come to expect this from Young. He fills it up in so many different ways.
Here's Highsmith, guarded by Young. Here's Highsmith to halt the run. It's rebounded by Risache. Risache's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Daniels. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hero on the wing, guarded by Young. To the paint. Here's Ware, and he goes in for the dunk.
Hero keeping the defense guessing.
Young inside. Banked it in off the glass. Young's got 11 points in the quarter.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Pass to Risache. Fast break Miami. Wiggins for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Down low. It's stolen by Okongwu. Pass to Daniels. Here's Young from downtown. Adebayo grabs the board. Pass break Miami.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Young with it. Into the lane. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league. First clean look they have, I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
On On the wing, Daniels. Pulls it. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForge.
NBA and look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Coral. And it's Hunter in at the three, the small forward. And for Atlanta, in the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Rizachet in at the three spot. Richard, this place is absolutely buzzing with anticipation. Each team with their first game of the season here tonight.
The key now is making sure your season starts with a win. That first job is a catalyst to the start of your season. Helps you find a rhythm very early.
Now, here's Hunter. Following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
And he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Mitchell looking it over. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the tray.
Okay, Spider's showing his range way back there.
Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Front of mind tonight, Jared Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jared is an incredible rim protector. He's on the floor. They'll avoid driving the paint. Jared Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thank you, David. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. To the inside. And then Allen slams it in.
For a big, Allen is so fluid, setting a pick and then gracefully rolling into position.
Young pass to Daniels. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Mitchell. Over in the corner, Allen. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mobley. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Rizachet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Now, here's Mitchell. And Allen with the slam.
Adding some extra style to the slam. Okay, what a move by Allen.
Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. Johnson with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. Back to Okongwu. Johnson against Allen. Daniels from outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Young kicks to Johnson. Takes the 3. Young, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to the right wing. Okoro, wide open. He fires. Hits it from three-point range.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Young with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. Okongwu dishes to Young. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And that's now 7 points for Trae Young. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Daniels. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Hunter against Young. There's the 3. Mobley with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Pulls it up. Hunter, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Young inside. Covered by Okoro. Young's shot is good.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Now, here's Mitchell. Fires from 18. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now, here is Young. Good on the triple. Young's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Hawks.
And most of the time, you expect Young's three ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. After the basket by Atlanta, it will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just one on the bucket for Mitchell. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Here's Young driving to the basket. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Mitchell outside. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. Daniels with it. Okongwu a screen. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Allen. Boy, he just disappeared against Indiana, and they really needed him. Here's Mitchell into the lane, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
So prolific. Mitchell's a guy who can put up 50, 60, and he's even proven to put up 70. Sheesh.
Johnson against Mobley. Johnson the pass to Daniels. Young outside. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 10 assists and 2 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
For 3, Mitchell scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
For Atlanta, they've gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Here's Young. Here he goes. Here's Daniels. And the layup is good. Daniels has got 9.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Mitchell outside. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Mobley. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shots good from Young. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Daniels. From the arc. The offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And one thing we see from Isaac Okoro almost every night, Richard, his defense is spot on.
Yeah, he's shutting down some of the top guys. This team feels like he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. And as a bonus, his offensive game is starting to come around.
Here's Young. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Mitchell outside. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Here's Young. Here's the screen. Daniels from outside. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He comes away with 11 points. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
His performance in the first half, Diesel approved. Plays physical, Diesel approved. Doing most of his damage right at the rim.
Okay, so now, thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Javonte Green is out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Thompson. And it's Okeke in at the 4 slot.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Poke loose. Throws up. LeVert the pass to Man. Teardrop shot, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Man's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. Now, here's Garland, defended by Man. Strus passes to Thompson. Now, here's Strus. Defense is right there. 4 on the clock, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
How about last season? He made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
And the technical free throw is good. And so here's Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. Here's Thompson, and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Pass to Man. Here's the floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 6. Outside Garland. Hands it from downtown. Garland's got 5.
And Garland can get going from deep, which is why you can't give him very much space.
LeVert against Garland. Count that bucket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Nance. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Niang in the post, guarded by Garland. Niang, that's good.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Garland attacking.
And take a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella. Last year, getting it done. And a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
He's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Garland against LeVert. Garland kicks to Strus. Back to Garland. Strus setting the screen for Garland. Just 5 on the clock. And another miss by Cleveland.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
In the corner, it's Capella. Nance outside. Hawks passing it around. Here's LeVert. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. LeVert's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks. Outside Garland. Will it go? Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
Another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
LeVert against Garland. And it's LeVert missing. The Cavaliers trail by 13. And here's Green outside. Here's Okeke. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
The Hawks leading by 12. It's deflected. Capella finds LeVert. Takes it off the glass. LeVert's got 13 points now in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Outside Garland. And the layup's good off the glass. Garland's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
LeVert plays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the...
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Atlanta. They lead by 14. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. In the post, it'll be Johnson Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. A nice shot by Young.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's hauled in by Trae Young.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Three-pointer. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Atlanta leading by 18. Young with no one around. And it's Shea missing. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Young taking his time here. Pass to Daniels. Fires from deep. Here's Shea. Lets it go with a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one. Mitchell outside. Shot to stop the run. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
And Young, here we go. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Daniels. Okongwu a screen. Pocket 6. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Now look, Mitchell has that rare combination of lightning and thunder. Like, he will blow by you quick, fast, and he will finish over your big.
And Shea, the bucket on the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists in the game. Mitchell outside. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Allen with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Back to Mobley. Here's the 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Okoro. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Okoro's got 6 in the quarter.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
And here's Young from the arc. It's Young on the wing. Nice move. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Atlanta.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
The one player that really stands out.
Oh, wow! That is powerful.
To the left side wing. Young outside. Pass to Shea. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. outside. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Even early. Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along.
coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
And the Cleveland starting five. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. Now here's Burks. Pass to Wiggins. The 3 ball. The rebound by Allen. Hunter against Hero. Allen with a screen on Hero. Here's Mobley. Outside Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Hunter. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Count it. Good.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Here's Mobley. The rebound by Ware. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Wiggins from long range. He drops it from range.
Yeah, still working on consistency from range, but improved shot mechanics for Andrew Wiggins.
Allen with a screen on Burks. From deep, Mitchell. The rebound by Ware. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Donovan Mitchell with a board. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. A deep 3. Sinks the tray.
He will be unguardable if he starts making shots consistently from this distance. Turn the lights out.
Now here's Hero. They really needed more from him in the loss to Cleveland. Takes the 3. And he can't get that one.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Okoro, left side. Hunter finds Mobley. Fires from deep. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. Inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Allie?
And I wanted to know, how do you slow a guy down like Jarrett Allen? Coach said we have to hassle him as much as possible on both ends of the floor. We really want to limit him, not just his points, but more importantly, his rebounds. So keeping Allen off the glass is a primary focus.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Mitchell. He's got 5. Mobley, a screen on Burks. The 3 from Mitchell. Adebayo grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Doris, back in January 2023, Donovan Mitchell became the 5th player to ever score 71 in a game.
Think about this, Brian. Just Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, and David Robinson had done it before Donovan Mitchell. Incredible company he keeps.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. A nice shot by Mitchell.
See, what a good feel for what the defense is conceding. Donovan Mitchell very willing to get to that mid-range jumper.
Mitchell against Hero. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
There are very few guys who can match the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell. How quickly does he get off his feet?
Hero outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Hunter with the ball. In his last outing with 12 points. And he gets the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Puts up a deep three. The shot no good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Heat out in front. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Hero with the bucket.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Mitchell. 35 points his last game. Mobley, left side. Okoro outside. Hunter, a screen on Hero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okoro passes to Mobley. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Heat leading by 3. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title.
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Mitchell with the ball. Now Burks defending. And here's the fast break. Here's Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins with the speed.
Yeah, with those long strides, Andrew Wiggins so dangerous in transition.
And stolen by Adebayo. Now here's Hero. Started by Okoro. Hero outside. To the middle. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Here's Burks. No points so far. Plenty of room to knock down that one. And it's a 7-point Heat lead. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
Adebayo sets a screen. Hero with it. Picked up by Allen. Hero, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And, Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
B.A., this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender. Well, there's that in-between game, right? Wiggins silky smooth from the start.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hunter. 5 on the clock. Back to Mitchell. Rebound Miami. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Hunter passes to Okoro. Back to Hunter. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hero against Hunter. Hero outside. Wiggins outside. Adebayo, a screen on Mitchell. Wiggins, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
The three from Okoro. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
Has to wear. Outside Burks. And here's Hero. Wiggins with a screen on Mitchell. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Allen with a screen on Burks. Hunter passes to Mobley. 3-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here's Burks. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Who will get the edge in the second half, Shaq?
Whoever's more loose coming out the locker room, you have to be flexible in the second half. You got to make adjustments.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Heat.
Their offense is running like...
Thanks for tuning in.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
We've got Jaime Jaquez, Kevin Love out there with Duncan Robinson, and it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Robinson in the post, guarded by Garland, and the layup is good. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Jaquez against Strus. Pass to Okiki from behind the arc. Counted from distance. Okiki's got 5 points.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
It's Jaquez on the wing. Back to Robinson. It's stolen by Garland. Green with the ball. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Love. Fast break. Here come the Heat. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Cavaliers trail by 8. Green finds Thompson. Here's Okiki. Thompson with a screen. Inside. Tipped away. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
And he comes up with a bucket.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Garland up top. Yet to see a basket. From deep, Strus. Love grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Jovic. And they pick up 2. And now a 10-point Miami lead.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
For Miami, they've got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
They set the pick. Outside Garland. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen by Okiki. Shot to stop the run. They get it again. Outside Strus. Garland for 3. Rebound Miami.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
How many transition points are they going to give up? This is insane.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Garland for 3. Another miss by Garland.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
And the basket by Highsmith.
They're really working the paint now.
58 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Garland. Count it.
You see the quickness of Garland on display right there. He's working amongst the trees, no problem.
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Cavaliers trail by 17. Out to Thompson. And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Thompson, a screen on Robinson. Offensive board. Shot's good by Thompson. Thompson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, that's a prime example of why Tristan Thompson is considered one of the best offensive rebounders in the game right now.
Miami shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Second team foul.
Free throw good, Robinson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Cavaliers trail by 17. Now Garland. The 3 is up. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 17 at the end of the period. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Hero for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outside Hunter. Pass to Okoro. Now here's Mitchell. He's off on the layup. Up top, Wiggins. Hunter covering. Wiggins, no good. Cavaliers trail by 17. Stolen by Hero. Here's Wiggins. Outside Burks. Hits the trifecta. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Hero. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Well, Doris, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
Well, to me, B.A., so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about. If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes, he welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. Mobley grabs the board.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Stolen by Wiggins. Outside Burks. The kick out to Wiggins. Allen outside. It's stolen away. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Hunter, and finished off by Hunter.
We call this a defense-first guard. Okoro's steal ignites the opportunity in transition.
Wiggins with a screen on Mitchell. Wiggins outside. With the drive. Back to Hero. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Mitchell.
How about the defense from Donovan Mitchell? This has not been a strong suit, but send it back, DM.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Pass to Ware. Back to Wiggins. Hero, screen on Hunter. Wiggins for 3. And again, no good by Miami.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Ooh, Mitchell, he's a bully on the drive.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Back to Hero. Wiggins outside. To win the drought. Drops in the 3. And the Heat lead by 15.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Heat.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, it was a fun matchup this year. Neither team could gain an edge. It's the kind of rivalry you want to see between conference opponents.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Tyler Hero.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Adebayo from long range. The Cavaliers pull it in. Now here's Hunter. Mobley, a screen on Hero. no problem for Miami as they get the win. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Fans, thanks for joining us. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Rizushea in at the 3 slot. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Tyler Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center position. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Miami shooting their first foul shot of the night. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
You can see there just the threat of Young pulling up. It's going to open up the two-man game. The defender forced to come out and respect the deep shot, and Trey able to make the play.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Outside, Hero. Driving the lane. 5 to shoot. Works for 3. It's good from long range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Young. We saw him with 29 points last game. Daniels, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Eric Spoelstra. David?
Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trey Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trey. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And he banks in the layup.
And they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Young. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
The Heat have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Right side, Hero. Pass to Burks. And another basket for Miami.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
And Young kicks to Johnson. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Shots good by Hero.
Love it when Hero gets in there and goes strong like that, because he can bully sometimes on the drive.
Well, Brad, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with, those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
So here's Burks following the basket by Trey Young. There's a screen. Going inside. Here's Ware. And he dunks it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Young, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Adebayo with a screen for Hero. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Daniels with it, now defended by Wiggins. Into the lane. Daniels dishes to Okongwu. Had the space there, but it's offline.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And Trey Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Team foul number 4.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Burks. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Okongwu. Drives to the hoop. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now, Hero really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. Pass to Burks. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Young. And they recover it. Good if it goes. That shot off the mark. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
And so in the game for the Hawks, the front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Burks. 7 points in the game. Over to the wing. Here's Ware. No good with the triple. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Heat. Young passes to Johnson. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Adebayo finds Burks. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Now at the line, Alec Burks. 2. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes.
Fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. The Hawks trailing. Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Now here's Wiggins. This game he had 12. Young with the ball. Pass to Rizushea. Okongwu with a screen on Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Young. Misses off the left iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Adebayo not allowing the defense to slow him down.
Young against Burks. Wide open look here for Okongwu. And a miss there on the triple. There's Hero with the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
Here's Adebayo, following the basket by Trae Young. Here's Johnson, and Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam aptly describes Adebayo's defensive impact. He packs a punch in there.
1:39 left in the first half of the game. And they get it back. Johnson left side. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Johnson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks. Wiggins surveying the floor. Burks sets a screen for Wiggins. Young against Burks. Off target from outside. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Daniels. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Daniels. 11 points last game. And he converts the layup. Daniels has got 5 points so far.
Looking confident inside at 6'7", Daniels has the height to feel comfortable down low.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 25 points per game, 10 assists and 2 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
He attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Daniels passes to Okongwu, and Okongwu slams it in.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Burks' shot is good.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Here's Young, kicks it out to Johnson. Young against Burks. Here's Young. He's got 8, 4 on the shot clock. Here's Okongwu. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Burks for 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
He's been looking for a shot early on, going right at the defenders and keeping them on their heels.
With the way he's played, it may. All right, guys, let's swing it. And that's all for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game so far from Alec Burks.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Kevin Love. Robinson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Highsmith in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now, here is Robinson. From deep three-point land, Nance gets the rebound. Here's Mann, guarded by Robinson. Capella with a screen on Robinson. Mann. It's hauled in by the Heat. 3-on-3. Here's Jovic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Nance.
Clearly a foul.
The Heat shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago, so they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
Here's Mann. The drive by Nance. And Nance shoots it in.
Agility from Larry Nance Jr., so that helped out.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Heat in 5th.
This was a good group of free throw shooters last year, something they really worked on in practice. And sometimes that's the coaches calling for it, and oftentimes the players doing it by themselves.
Now here's LeVert. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Robinson for 3 from beyond the arc, and then some. Robinson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. LeVert the pass to Mann. To the middle. Here's Nance. And the Nance slams it in.
So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Nance comes with the double team. Love kicks to Robinson. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
And stolen by Love. That's the Heat on the break. He can't get that one.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Fires the 3. They get the rebound. And Jovic gets it to go.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Capella finds Nance. That shot, no good. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Jovic, defended by Mann. Bucket is good. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Capella with a screen on Robinson. Here's Mann. No good from outside. He'd have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Capella sends it back.
Well, Capella's reach is so intimidating for anybody on the inside. That's why you can anchor your defense with him. He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here is Robinson following the 3 by Atlanta. Three-pointer, drills it from outside. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Nance a screen on Robinson. Lets a floater go. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here is Robinson. He's got 6. Jovic passes to Highsmith. Shot clock at 6. Robinson down low. Nance on him.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. Rising up and tossing that one away.
Highsmith. A three-pointer off the mark. Atlanta leading by 6. Here's LeVert. Pass to Capella. Love against LeVert. Good D from Love. Here's Highsmith. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the... Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra...
It's got to be a sense of urgency, right?
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3. Now Daniels after Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go. Now Daniels. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Here's Young. The Heat getting the bucket. Driving to the basket. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And what makes Young an all-star caliber player? Well, he can beat you with the jumper and the bounce.
Burks sets a screen for Wiggins. And the layup's good off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Young inside. Burks covering. Pass to Reza Shea. Now, here's Okongwu. Defense right on him. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Ware, covered by Okongwu. Ware, no good. Atlanta leading by 7. Reza Shea in the corner. And he banks in the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Burks kicks to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Quick into the air. Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
Here's Young. And he drives in. Here's Okongwu. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
And how about Adebayo just getting up and getting athletic?
Young taking his time here. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Trae Young showing off his finishing ability on the inside.
That's good from Young. The Heat trail by 8. And here's Burks. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And another basket for Miami.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Now, here is Young. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
Young with the steal. Down low. And Johnson with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And Young, here we go. Here's Okongwu. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. Works for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Good on the bucket. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Trae Young has such good handle and creates so much space for himself, and he can get to the rim.
Here's Hero. Makes it off the glass.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Young against Burks. Young outside. Pass to Rizachet. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Buries the long-range jumper. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Now, here is Young from deep three-point territory. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Rizachet with the steal. And a deep 3 from Young. And so the Hawks take the win. A truly gutsy. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
2K Sport. NBA, and now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Shea and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Cavaliers, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Young, the pass to Daniels. And this early in the season, there are still so many unknowns, Grant.
You're right. You learn a little about each team in the preseason. But once the games count, things really start coming into focus.
Johnson letting it fly in a hurry.
Who poked away? Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Okongwu with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
To the wing on the left. No good with the triple. And Allie LaForce spoke with Kenny Atkinson. Allie?
I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Yeah, I love how Allen controls his body, setting a solid screen and then just gliding into shooting position.
Young finds Johnson. The kick out to Young. On target from range.
Well, he's lights out when he has space. Trae Young, one of the best shooters in the league.
The three from Okoro. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Outside Young. Picked up by Okongwu. Young inside. Guarded by Okoro. Pass to Okongwu. Takes a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
Well, you have to be a great passer to average double-figure assists, and that's something Young has done multiple times.
Here's Mitchell, plenty of space. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Mitchell's got 5.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
Mitchell, a screen on Young. The 3 from Okoro. Okongwu with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Now Okongwu. Clock at 6. Young finds Okongwu. Offline with a 3. Cavaliers trail by 4. And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
I just love the ball movement.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
And Mobley throws it down.
And there's a hunger to Mobley's game. That's how he beats the defense to the rebound.
Here's Young. Out to the right wing. 41 seconds left in the first quarter here. 5 to shoot. The three is up. Hunter with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
Pass to Daniels. Johnson a screen on Mitchell. Daniels passes to Johnson. Here's Daniels. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
It was pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
On the court for the Hawks. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at the 3. The kick out to Johnson. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Last time they met was right here, and they were able to come out with a win.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Mitchell. Wow! Put that in the dunk contest.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And there's a 3-second violation. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. 4th, the Hawks.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
Young on the drive. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Allen. The Cavs trailing. To the inside. Mobley passes to Hunter. Puts up a 3. Hits the trifecta.
And Hunter can really do damage from deep. The defense has to get out on him.
Young from long range. Cash. Trae Young with a triple.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Cleveland has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Mobley passes to Mitchell. Okoro outside. Mobley on a screen. There's the three. Okoro, no good. The Hawks leading. Young looking over the floor. Over to the left wing. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Here's the three. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Outside Mitchell.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
There's a minute 12 left in the first half.
From right in close, DeAndre Hunt.
Atlanta leading by 3. Outside Young. Here's Rizeshe. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Allen a screen. On the wing, Mitchell. He's got 12. Fires the 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Daniels, that one's true. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Back to Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
The 3 from Mitchell, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. Hitting Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Atlanta Hawks.
They're getting good looks from.
That's it for us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Green out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Thompson, then it's Chuma Okeke, and it's Strus in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Man, the pass to Nance. And Nance with the slam.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Outside Strus. Beyond the arc. Second shot opportunity. Buries it down low. Okeke's got his first basket.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
They get it back. Nance outside. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Nance has got 5 points now this quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Green against LeVert. Pass to Okeke. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Pushing it up now. finished off the break. Okiki's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And you pay so much attention to Garland, and that allows teammates to get involved.
Niang, the second chance points on the tip-in.
They've been so active on the offensive glass. Those second chance points have really come in bunches.
Now Garland, still no points. And the layup falls.
Slithery inside. Garland has that short area quickness.
Atlanta leading by 9. Here's LeVert. Soft touch off the glass.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Garland for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Garland's got 5 now.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it. Supremely confident in his abilities.
LeVert outside. This one for 3. They get the rebound. Nance. And Nance with the slam.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Back to Okiki. Just 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Garland for 3. Here's Thompson. Pass to Okiki. Outside Garland. Here's Green. Second chance effort. Great D that time from Mann.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Nance, the pass to LeVert. From downtown, and the three-pointer goes. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And it's Garland on the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
To the paint. Thompson passes to Garland. Sinks that one from the post. Garland's got 9 points now in the second half.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
LeVert outside. There's 21 seconds left in the third.
Well, LeVert is willing to put his body on the line, doing whatever it takes to get past the foul and score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Garland. He's guarded by Mann. Outside Garland. Capella with a block. It's stolen by Garland. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. It's both from the stripe.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Here's Daniels. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Fourth quarter, on the floor for the Hawks. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. Here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Clock is at 3. The 3 sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Now here's Mitchell. Guarded closely. Okoro outside. And here's Allen. Okoro outside. Knocked away.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The Hawks lead by 13. Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. From deep, Mobley. The shot won't fall. Atlanta's shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Young, the pass to Daniels. Okoro outside. Launches a three. Sinks it from distance. Okoro's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Johnson. The three from Okoro. Rebounded by Johnson. Okongwu with it, and it's Hunter picking him up. 4-3. The shot by Johnson, no good. Cavaliers trail by 12. In transition, here they come. The three from Mitchell. Mitchell completes the transition play.
The fast break opportunity isn't wasted on Mitchell. His quickness, a big part of his success.
Young with the bucket.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Hunter from outside the arc. And Cleveland another three.
A dead-eye catch-and-shoot guy. Hunter is someone you have to run off his shots.
Here's Young on the take. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Good on both.
Yeah, you know, guys, the amount of offense that Young creates for himself and his teammates is staggering. This guy does it all.
Outside Mitchell. The rebound by the Hawks.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Right side Young.
2 minutes.
Pass to Rizachet. There's the three. Knocks down the long J. And the Hawks lead by 13. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. From deep, Mitchell.
Solid defense from Daniels. He knows how to use his length and athleticism to affect shooters.
Down low. Mobley, no good. The Hawks lead by 13. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Pass to Young. Puts up a deep three. The rebound by Allen.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shots.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Hawks.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they end up winning the season series. Always feels good to have that upper hand over an opponent.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Trae Young.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Right wing. Here's Rizachet. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And here's Hunter for three. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van...
Sports. So here's Miami's starting group. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in its center. And for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. Okoro wide open. He fires. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. RJ, this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
In the corner, it's Mobley. Shoots the 3. That shot misses. Now the Heat with it. Adebayo finds Burks, and the 3 ball is good.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Now here's Okoro. A beautiful reverse dip. Okoro's got 5 points so far.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Hero. 2 points. That one goes.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Mitchell against Burks. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
Lock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. Mobley misses. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. There's Hero with the 3. Allen with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Burks with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And a deep 3 from Hero. Hero can't get that one to fall. Now the Cavaliers with it. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
Mitchell against Hero. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are...
Whoa, look out! Goodness. Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you. Now the defense has no answer for Mitchell's leaping ability. This man goes up, and he will put it down on you quick.
Wiggins from outside. Mobley with the rebound. Cavaliers leading. And here's Mitchell from the arc. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. For Miami, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Adebayo passes to Hero. 11 feet away. Evan Mobley with the rebound. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then Allen slams it in.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Okoro passes to Allen, kicks it out to Mitchell. Back to Allen. He tries for 3. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Look, if Allen is going to hit that shot, your whole defensive strategy has to change.
Burks in the corner. Launches it. Allen with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And stolen by Wiggins. Pass to Hero. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Hero's got 9 points.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Mobley sets the pick for Hunter. Jacks up a 3. Tries again. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. Puts the move on. Count it. Allen's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
For a big, Allen is so fluid, setting a pick and then gracefully rolling into position.
Hero from long range. And Okoro pulls it down.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
A kick out to Mobley. Wide open look. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. The Heat trail by 8. Outside, Hero. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Wiggins sets a screen for Hero. Shot clock at 5. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Here's Ware. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Inside. And Allen with the slam.
Unbelievable. The agility at his size, throwing it down, big fella.
Looking to get back on track here. Hero kicks to Burks. Shoots the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Burks has got 6 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here he goes. It's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat trail by 7. Outside, Hero. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And the Heat, another 3. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Miami's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
It's the length of Wiggins beating great defense, and that's some good basketball there.
Hunter against Wiggins. Hunter on the wing. He has yet to score.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Miami.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Wiggins, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Hero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And tenacious play there from Hero in the paint, refusing to let the foul hold back his shot.
And Hero drops them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Mitchell is doubled. Here's a Kuro. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Heat on offense. They're on a 10-1 run right now. They get it back. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
The 3. And Okoro with the basket on the assist by Hunter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Hero against Mitchell. Shots good by Hero. Hero's got 4 this quarter.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over. And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Here's Hero. Count that one. Hero's got 15 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's a Kuro, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Hero against Mitchell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Misses the layup. On the wing, Mitchell. Burks covering. Mobley, a screen on Burks. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. We've got Duncan Robinson. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at the shooting guard position. Wallace with it, picked up by Thompson. Highsmith's shot is off.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And here's Garland for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Hawkins. And he jams it with authority.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Garland, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Pass to Highsmith. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Green against Robinson. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Jovic. Green for 2 points. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've led by as much as 10. Out to Thompson. Back to Garland. Thompson, high post. Shot from the top of the key. Robinson pulls it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Jaquez can't hit. Cavaliers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Strus against Jaquez. Fires the 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pass to Highsmith. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Stolen by Garland. Fires away from outside. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. Now Strus. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. And that's collected by Love. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Love with the screen on Green. Jaquez the pass to Robinson. To the paint for the lead. And it's Love missing. Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. No one covering. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Jovic, guarded by Garland. Yep, it counts.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Strus has got 6 in the quarter.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Pass to Highsmith. Here's Jovic. The shot from 20 feet away. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Garland looking it over. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Garland's got his first points of the game.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize, but I love his aggressiveness.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now a 7-point Cavalier lead. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
36 seconds left here in the third quarter. Highsmith the pass to Jovic. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jovic has got 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Thompson sets the pick for Garland. Takes it inside. Thompson misses. Jaquez the pass to Highsmith. They set the pick. Pass to Jovic. And again, Miami with the triple.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game and both teams putting up points in a hurry. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Javonte Green is out there with Garland. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Okeke in at the power forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And Green puts up a deep 3. Kept alive. Pass to Strus. Here's Okeke. Offline with his 3. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Wiggins sets a screen for Burks. Adebayo kicks to Wiggins. Just 4 to shoot. Off target from three-point range.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Hero finds Wiggins, drills the three-pointer. Wiggins has got the lead up to 2 now for Miami.
I like that. Give Wiggins something in rhythm, and he knocks it down.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's a Kuro, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. Hero against Mitchell. Wiggins sets a screen for Hero. Knocks it loose. Burks the pass to Hero. That 3 off the mark. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. The offensive rebound. Allen kicks to Hunter. Pass to Mitchell. In transition, here comes Miami. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Wiggins surveying the floor. From past the arc. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 6 rebounds in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. With the drive, and Kuro throws it down.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
He's not going to let this game get away from them. He's going to get to the bucket and get them points.
Wiggins outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
What I appreciate about Wiggins is that he doesn't force anything. He just lets the game come to him naturally. And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Mitchell against Burks. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. He takes it in. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
1:32 left to play here in the 4th. Allen with the screen for Hunter. Down low. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Wiggins throws it down.
Man, when they needed him most, Wiggins steps up and hands them an important bucket.
Burks against Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell, huge bucket. That man is fearless.
Hero against Mitchell. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Again, Mitchell missing.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
Here's Hero. Adebayo drives in.
A tremendous athlete.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated.
Difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a wide open look for Hero. Offline. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visit.